John Kuckian lies and then hides it. What up everyone, it's your boy Martin Lewis. Sup Team Real, welcome to Drama Tube, where we call out fake ass YouTubers and talk about YouTube drama. So as you guys know, there was a big drama going on with John Kuckian and AMREZY as he lied about her collabing with him to do this charity thing. Because of you guys and a lot of receipts were out there, a lot of information were out there, he got really scared and ended up paying the charity out of his own money.
I was waiting to receive the money. I haven't received it yet, but I've now made the donation to keep bitches quiet.
He didn't actually get the money from the iTunes, and nor has he shown how much he has earned from iTunes yet. So he basically made a video, uploaded a video, and then deleted it. But as you guys know, a lot of people are out for him, so they have downloaded the video. Play it.
The reason I've had to leave, and
2.2 seconds in, guys, and I'm already triggered. I'm sorry. I just really need a lot of lip balm on my lip, man.
The reason I don't talk to you, and I don't really talk about things very negative or things to do with drama that people have about me, is because
you might find out that I'm a liar, and I really don't want you to know, so I'd rather ignore it and not talk about it, because then you're gonna know.
As much as I would happily sit down and talk to you for like an hour about everything, like a phone call, like honestly, it would not be a problem for me.
That's why you did it to some of your moderators, right? Every time they asked you about something, you always said they were obsessed with you. You never really went into details.
All during this, whenever I asked him about someone, I'm like, oh, you know, what do you think about this YouTuber and, you know, what they're saying? And he goes, oh, no, they're just obsessed with me. And every time I mentioned a YouTuber, no matter who it was, he would say they're obsessed with me.
For me to do something like that feeds the situation, and there's people that will literally sit there waiting and feeding. People could say that's what I do. I'll completely own that, but I do that with cosmetic scandals. I don't do that with people's lives.
You totally don't try to do that to people's lives. How you tried to lie, how Jeffree Star called you a faggot. More things have come out about where it could have possibly originated from due to Dustin's nude video. So check this clip out. This is a Rich Luck saying that it was from a subscriber, the tweet.
Subscriber of mine
sent me a photo of a tweet Jeffree Star tweeted and then deleted for whatever reason.
But then in this private message that Rich had between Dustin, he said, I'ma say, which means a subscriber sent me this, that's what I'm gonna say. So he lied about where he got the information from. Why? Now this is what Dustin Daily had to say about it.
John, Rich, and we all had a Twitter DM. John Kuckian sends us his Google Drive and says this is going to be a big deal. And I was thinking to myself, what? Okay, so I look at it. It's got the video that John Kuckian had that was struck down by Jeffree Star. This tweet that he went to war with. And it also had the account snapshot from John's account where it said that he had a copyright strike where it has like a little sad face. Rich said that a subscriber sent this to him. No subscriber ever sent that to him. John Kuckian sent him this information. John Kuckian suggested that we both make videos.
How you try to lie and say that Sanders was sharing child explicit photos. How you try to say Here for the Tea is grooming or protecting a pedophile, but you can't show any proof to your audience. Yeah, you totally don't try to ruin people's lives.
And there's been some really crazy stuff happen that I've not wanted to talk to you about. And this isn't going to be like a negative bashing video because I'm genuinely really happy.
Happy people don't lie and try to make out that people are protecting predators or call people faggots.
That I don't talk to creators that much. For me, the main focus is Cookie Fam.
And this is so sad when this happens. When it reaches its climax, you actually feel completely and utterly alone.
And I grew away from my friends. That I lived around and stuff like that, and I just became friends with the Cookie Fam because I felt like I had such a loving, supporting community, and I do.
It's like at the beginning of this whole process, it's actually really fun. You're getting these new viewers, people are liking your stuff and engaging. It really starts to suck you in a way that eventually all your like real life relationships are kind of, they need to be placed on a back burner because you need to keep feeding this machine of people, these fans, this praise, all this stuff that you're working on online and the thing that you're trying to create and build. And then after you've kind of gotten there, or even if you haven't gotten there, you're just focused on it for a really long time, the real life relationships are kind of gone.
The past 6 months have been crazy. I moved from a house I really wasn't happy in. I had a very bad situation. The police are involved, loads of stuff like that.
The police are involved. Maybe they're trying to get you for that scam. Maybe it's because you're probably living in like student housing.
Dropped out of school to do YouTube, and obviously they don't allow students to be in student housing when they're not students anymore. Like, am I the only one, like, with the fucking light bulb going on above my head? No, just me?
I stupidly kept that friendship, and then it came to a point where that person, the whole time I was friends with them, they'd been feeding back my information to people that hated me, like groups of people that hated me.
He's talking about here for the tea, and that is complete bullshit. If that was the case, I would have receipts for that.
All the channel Sam that I spoke to you about basically collected all the people that didn't like me, and they started harassing someone called AMREZY. They also started tweeting people like Charity, saying that I was doing charity fraud.
Well, those people, and I know some of them, those people did it without Here for the Tea's permission. I'm trying to make out that Here for the Tea has like fucking ownership of this whole group gang of people that are going to AMREZY and telling her about all this stuff that's happening, about him doing this charity shit, and pin it on Here for the Tea so she can get some shit from his fans. He does this all the time because he knows you're young and some of you are acting dumb and you don't look at receipts and information. You just go and attack someone that he says, oh, they're doing me wrong. Like,
this is something that I really want to talk about once and then never speak about again.
Yeah, leave no room for anyone to question you because you don't want to talk about it again.
And then we can just move on because I am so excited for all the things I want to do with you. We're going to go and see the stars, we're going to listen to music, we're going to do everything like I can't even explain.
That's just really creepy.
I always say to you, don't blindly follow someone. Always make up your own opinions from the evidence that you get. Because with me, I try and give you the raw evidence. I'll never try and manipulate it to make someone look bad.
Well, allegedly there is a tweet that you Photoshop and edit to make it look like Jeffree Star called you a faggot, which was not the case.
And there's all these smaller channels that are working with Sam and are working with Manny that are all working together to try and bring the Cookie fam down. They'll take...
reflecting, and it's quite funny how he gets his young audience involved by saying he's trying to take the Kuckie fam down. They're not. Most of them, most of the people that I know of are actually talking about you, Kuckian. They want your young fans to see what a liar you are, and that's why a lot of your audience have unsubscribed to you and you have lost a lot of subscribers and your stats on Social Blade look pretty bad.
Appreciate that. To be honest, I really don't care about it either. Genuinely want the best for me and want to sit down and spend time with me. You're the people I want to make videos for. You're the people I want to sit down and talk to.
Oh my god, it's cult tactics. Don't listen. La 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 la.
I want to be making videos for. I don't want to be adjusting myself to please them.
La 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 la.
The conversation I've ever had has been edited, taken out of context, Photoshop.
Prove it.
And other people's videos is other people's videos, but please don't ever ask me to be involved with anyone else's stuff. Because for me at this point now, I really feel like I want to focus on us and our videos and our investigations, our scandals and all the other stuff that we're going to do.
You know what? I'm going to do what I did to you, Sanders. I'm going to bend you over and I'm going to give it to you raw. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you raw, just like that.
This is a platform. It's not like it's governed, and to a lot of people it's high school. It feels like high school.
Nah, it kind of feels like preschool. You know how little kids make up bullshit stories? That's kind of like you. You're making up these weird stories and fairy tales like little kids do. So yeah, I feel like I'm in preschool.
I don't have a high school mentality.
A scammer mentality.
I'm happy with the direction that we're going in. I genuinely feel like I've had the time that I needed to really rejuvenate.
See? He finally had the time to take a bath.
A month ago, it was Jaclyn Hill getting dragged by everyone on the internet, and then it was Tana Mojo about 3 weeks ago, and then it's been me for the past 3 weeks. It's just how it works. When someone blows up quickly, you get all these factors that come into play, and you get people that secretly work behind the scenes, gathering an army against you and turning people against you.
Never happened to Superwoman and a lot of other bigger YouTubers out there.
I am stronger, I am wiser, I am a human being. Enjoy me and want to spend time with me. You don't give into this bullshit. You don't care about this bullshit.
I like how you're trying to convince your fans, you don't give into this bullshit, you don't listen to this bullshit. yeah, you're trying to like positive, it's like affirmations for your fans. It's really sad.
The people that want to give into that and want to think the worst about people, I think are people that have their own problems. I don't want to try and please those people.
No, it's people that are concerned and they want to know where they put their money, and that's why they're looking into things like this. It's not that they want to think they're worse of you. It's just when you do things like not tell them who the charity is, you said it wasn't a charity, then it is a charity, and then you say that it's AMREZY when she had nothing to do with it. Of course, people are going to ask questions.
And it's doing it in the right way. Also want to do more science. You don't have to like science, but you'll find it so interesting. You'll find it so interesting. But you'll find it so interesting. You'll find it so interesting.
Oh, what? What's going on?
I've been locked in a room for 6 months, and I've made bad choices.
And I still think you're doing those bad choices by putting like a dildo in your Snapchats with fake blood on a pad. I don't know, but your sense of humour is really whack.
I think it was £184 for WaterAid. WaterAid is a charity which works to bring clean water to people all across the world, internationally. With the AMREZY ringtones, the thing that happened was basically, me and Amra have spoken. I posted a video where I basically talked about the scandal between her and, well, she basically went on a snap.
Okay, so a lot of you guys were saying that this was a fake email. It wasn't. I was actually able to go back on the Wayback Machine. It's a website where you're actually able to go on someone's Instagram or any website, and you're actually able to go back on time where they used to make posts or whatever, and I was actually able to do that to AMREZY's Instagram. That email is AMREZY's email.
Invited me to hang out with her when I come to the US because we basically bonded over the, like, people in the industry and how things can sometimes be a bit fake and how people aren't how they come across.
I noticed here on the other email, he doesn't show you her email.
In the last email I sent to her, I said I was thinking of turning some bits of a rant into a ringtone. To me, it was not a big deal. I genuinely did not see it as anything serious. The way that our conversation was going about the rant, it didn't seem like it was something like, oh my god, you can't. Someone I was friends with at the time told me that it would be a good idea, there wouldn't be an issue, and everything with Amra seemed like it was fine. So I just went ahead and did it, and I literally just posted it, and I thought, you know what, this is a great chance for us to raise money for charity. It's something innocent, it's some angry rant.
Fuck to me. And that's really funny because you keep on saying he for the tea gave you the idea.
Even though she was the one that told me to do them, like there's so many stuff like that, but I don't.
It was on you now.
I thought it would be a good idea, and I think we spoke about on a live stream doing like a different charity every month. And just
keep on switching your story up there, John Kuckian. I think your lies are catching up to you.
Anyway, I had 1 or 2 Cookie Fam comments that basically said, John, you should have asked her. Did you ask her? Did you ask her? And I was like, well, I did. Like, I told her in my last email. We were speaking backwards and forwards, and we're getting along really well. And I kind of just said, oh, I was thinking of doing that, like in passing. And she didn't say no. So I was like, I just didn't think it was an issue, which is my mistake. 110% that is my mistake. I should have categorically confirmed that it was okay with her.
Yeah, you should have. Now, this is what's really weird and creepy. Allegedly, this isn't the only time John Kuckian has tried to raise money in the name of charity. If you check this a message that someone sent me on Twitter, she told me he never dropped out of college. Her name is blank, and I'm gonna keep that blank to, you know, protect her identity, of course. He was thrown out by the board of directors. He had used the college name to gather money for a charity, and the money never went to charity, he kept it all. After taking people's money, the school found out about it and asked him to pay back the money. And he was asked to leave. She said it should be public record. She's trying to find the info so I can send it to blank. So this person isn't giving me any information now because allegedly John Kuckian threatened to sue this person, which I could probably see happening because this person was making public tweets like honestly a fool would do. Oh, I'm going to expose you, Kuckian, and maybe they must have had exchange of words and he found out and threatened her. I personally don't think he can sue her just for getting information from people, but this person obviously, I don't know, maybe is gullible, believes him, and fears that she's gonna get sued. Or it could be all complete bullshit, you know? This is just a speculation. But considering the fact that he used AMREZY's name to be like, oh, we're doing this for charity, and because of that, that wouldn't surprise me if this is a possibility as well. As I like to mention, this is all speculation. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying this is a statement because there's not enough receipts and evidence to back it up.
Literally straight away, I sent her an email and said, listen, I've been so stupid. Like, I sent my email to you and we've spoken, but I didn't get like a firm yes from you. Like, we kind of just spoke in passing and it seemed like it'd be fine. Anyway, I sent that and she didn't reply. But
you said she was in a collaboration, John Kuckian. Wouldn't you think that she would have shared your fucking ringtone? Right now, you're just trying to do damage control and it's so obvious.
It's really been a lesson for me on how things are going to be when my cosmetics come out. Anytime money is involved, even if it's for charity, people will accuse you of being a scammer. People will accuse you of 101 things when money is involved. It's just because they want to, because they have like their own issues with the finance. And that's normal. It's not what happy people do, but it's normal. You expect it on the internet.
Prepared. You know what? Jeffree Star should have done that. Jeffree Star should have said, hey everyone, just so you know, a lot of people hate me. They're gonna say I have hair in my products, that my products make people's eyes go funny. So I'm just telling you now, like, don't make excuses. He's just doing that now. So when his products do come out, because they are going to be shit, because they're probably made in his fucking bathroom, maybe. If they come out and when you go, hey Kuckian, your lipstick is really burning me and making my lips look all crappy like yours. He's going to say, oh, they're just hating on me. That's what I told you guys. Remember that everyone hates me and that's why they're going to talk bad about me. This is just straight up bullshit in my opinion. Anyway guys, I know I'm your guilty pleasure, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you don't, you're gonna get really bad, dry, crusty lips. So make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give this video a big like up because it does help me out a lot. And salute and peace.